Good evening, everyone. Original Biggie One back at it again here in Madden 18, Week 16, Season 4 during the Battle of Florida. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. Staying safe as we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, and Facebook. So, if you want more commentary, more breakdowns, and more playthroughs, more live streams of it, like the Battle of Florida, NCAA 14, NBA 2K11, as well as College Hoops 2K8, and so much more. Links are in the description below to not only check me out, but also check out Senjeko3, Skeletron 101, and Devildog 9119. So, we have the Dolphins this week. Senjeko is away at the Broncos. And Skeletron is home at the Cowboys, and that should be a fun game. When it comes to the team as a whole, we did some maneuvering around with the left side of the offensive line. Again, we have one more week before Taylor Decker will come back from injury. He might get some spot duty, but we also need to see where everybody else is at. Marino will get the start this week, as he is decent, but not where a Taylor Decker is. When going to the defensive front, we switched out Myers for Glover for Myers, and then some maneuvering in the linebacking core. Woodard will be the right outside linebacker this week. Gruder will remain the middle linebacker, along with Francis Hennings, and Douglas Wilkerson, left outside linebacker, with Drakeford as the backup. Again, Jordan Hart is the free safety, Anthony Cohen's second string, and for Louis Jordan, we move him to the third string or the nickel cornerback. So, we will do scouting after the game. Let's get things started. And again, I'm trying to figure out what was going on with the sound because I can hear it in the game. Can't hear it on my headset. So, I'm not sure if that's an Xbox issue or if my mic just sucked. But again, we will be live a little bit later on with the offseason of NCAA 14 with Orlando Blaze as defensive coordinator and the coach carousel. And boy, do I miss that in NCAA games.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL
now
on
my
EA
mic is here.
Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Dolphins coming in at 11-3, going up against the Wizards, who come in at 12-2. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Larry, we could have been assigned to December games in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Instead, we get the plum assignment here in sunny Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Orlando Wizards and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Orlando club. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Not having a
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go
bad
in the regular
year.
season, so you know the
I don't know.
pressure is
We will
ramped
see
up in
against
so many
defense.
ways. People have to win
That
games,
brings the
trying to get
heat.
their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that.
Shit.
Josh Dodson. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Well, there we go. That's how you start off the game.
In for a Miami touchdown. Josh Dodson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
That's when you get when you're trying to hurt your
child.
chocolate.
Affect him for the playoffs. We'll get a report when we come back.
See, Chicago won over San Francisco. Cleveland won over Baltimore.
Evans looking to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Back to throw is Evans. To throw on second down. And this complete to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him.
No,
to see how they're
really.
going to use him this week.
You don't say. I mean, running for over 200 yards.
He still wants to be
over
fed.
2,000 yards rushing.
Exactly
no,
what you should
let's
do.
just kind of not use him at
Let's
all.
run for over 200 yards. that says the very next week.
Get the block, Gene.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Okay.
Looking to throw on second down. Evans. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Evans now looking to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And now
Damn
some
it,
motion
Marino.
before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Flag round.
Looking to throw. Evans. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is
All
good.
right,
Opening
so
drive, that's
when
a
I
setter.
going left, I was going right before going
Surprised that
left.
wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
Let's go.
And now it's second and goal.
Damn
Give
right.
it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
I don't want to give it all to
And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
All right, can we do more than
The
one
Dolphins
play for a
offense now
touchdown?
working their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 25 carries, 113 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
He'll drop to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Someone sharp in this game. A touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On play action, they'll throw.
There it is.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away.
It's Lavelle still to return, man. We'll see.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the division title out of reach, we know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
So it's just a matter of adjusting now, isn't it? And what I mean by that is mentally. Every team starts the season thinking, let's go for the number 1 seed, right? Being the top team. Number 2 is pretty great, too, because you get the opening bye, and you're at home after that. But it doesn't matter at this point. Just getting in, and you just sit down and talk to your team. Would you rather go on the road and deal with someone, or would you rather stay at home for the playoffs? Let's go on the road and go take someone out.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
All right, that's going to be a claim.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Let's go!
Here's Evans to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Price. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to maneuver.
That's what I'm talking about. Go chocolate, man.
35 and just shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And to give this time to the tailback. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go.
Now Evans looking to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Thank you.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Get the block, get the block.
Looking right. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
To throw on second down, Evans. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Evans going to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down.
All right, he got back
at the 5-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And incomplete.
Good job,
a
Spillman.
nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The play-action fake.
That's what I'm talking about.
And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. This will be fielded at the 17. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Back to throw. And
Damn it, he was beat.
Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw is Evans. On 1st and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A big hit. Knocked down sideways.
Let's go. Brad 38.
Evans now to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That is caught
Got
at
him.
the 7-yard line. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback, his 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that makes it a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Oh, shit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll set up to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So, the 26. Why not just say the 26?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Evans got his man complete over the middle.
I kind of need to get rid of that play because
13 yards that time and a first.
I don't know what.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little
both
careful?
Receivers and the tight end was
a
doing.
Good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, because we ran the same play, and both Evans and Brutally get caught up. So, yeah, I might have to edit the play.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
No, let's get the ball to the juggler.
Easy yardage there, right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Evans throwing on first down. Now he's forced out right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back to throw. Evans over the middle. The catch made by Mitchell. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Evans to throw it.
Got him.
This is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Docks him with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation.
Super 66.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Over the middle, it's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Evans looking to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Price. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Back to throw is Evans. To throw on second down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he will take it in for the touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
But close
I don't think
enough.
there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Oh, that's going to be a claim. A lot of things were going to be a claim, so there you go.
Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you want one, you'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early buys and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on first down.
Ah, dang
Left
it.
side by Robinson. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right near the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one,
All right,
but this time they get him behind the line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll
So we're just
tackle him
ignoring
behind
the
line.
blocking assignment. Got
And it's
it.
clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and
And he
Got
gets
him.
into the end zone for the touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. A try here for the extra point.
That's not bad. Okay.
And he's
Jeez.
been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now running right through it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Good job, Park.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie?
I
Just
think
him,
it's more
maybe the guys
even.
up front combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
And an alley to run. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Montravius Adams in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Evans now operating from the gun.
Got him.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
nowhere to escape, and he goes
okay,
down.
well, thank you. Thank you, Miami.
The Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Like 20. Hey, kill. Hey.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down.
Thanks again, Miami.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
this defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This one away by the punter, Dar. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Ohio! Ohio! Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Here we go!
And to give this time to the tailback. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
All right, 5 more yards, and I can get 200 with the chocolate man yet again.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Here we go!
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Got him.
And he'll be taken down here, and that
204,
is how this one is going to
bad.
come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans.
It's always
Meanwhile,
the damn
for Miami,
Texans.
this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From
Good stuff
South
from
Florida,
Evans.
good night, everybody.
Again, managing the game, which essentially is the job of the quarterback. Alrighty then, let's do the scouting, and I'll be back for Georgia State's off-season as well. Alright, so let's see the safeties again. Safeties are pretty much taken care of. Free safety, oh, we have a new one. Tabadis Hurst. Oh, there's the cornerbacks. Alright, well, Eldrin Mays. Maybe. Deshaun Earl. Jameek Benjamin. Alright, what about Casey Octavian? Oscar Wheaton. And we are going to end it with Joseph Rice, Malik Ray, Parrish Colvin, and Tyson Cheek. As a matter of fact, how far I will get just right there with Joseph Rice. Alright, so I'm going to spotlight the remaining corners. But yeah, this is not a good draft. This is get in and get out year in the Battle of Florida. Alright, so I am Original Biggie One. Thank y'all for tuning in. Really appreciate y'all checking me out. If anything, I will probably be back within an hour or so dealing with the Georgia State Dynasty offseason. But until then, y'all have a good one. Take care, stay safe. And as always, wash your hands. Wash your ass. Obi-Wan.